So how are we going to build the Climate Action Consortium in record time? We're going to do it by beginning with the end in mind and talk about global strategic partnership that we're already seeing starting to take shape. We're really excited, so stick with us and here we go. So we're talking about how to build the Climate Action Consortium, beginning with the end in mind, building global strategic partnerships. This is week 14, it's April the 4th. My name is Art Johnstone. I'm the CEO and Chief Learning Officer at New World Communications. That's my contact information. Beginning with the end in mind, let's talk about that. How this can do a world of good, building the Climate Action Consortium, addressing the Earth's pressing climate change challenges as creative and innovative climate action opportunities in more timely, mission-critical ways across generations, writing whole new chapters of a whole new story. And people are asking us, well, you're a boomer, Johnson, you're in your 70s, how can you do, what can you do? You know, you're an old senior. I said, well, no, I'm an elder who is developing myself and really discovering other people. And so part of this is to do this across generations. It's not enough for the young people just to say, we'll have to deal with this all by ourselves. We contributed to this. We're still got a lot of skills, a lot of resources, a lot of talents, a lot of wisdom that we can leverage across generations. And we need to include people across genders, men and women. Any way that people identify is okay with us. Across communities, we're going to do this across market sectors. There's no market sector that is not impacted by climate change, either directly or indirectly. And so we're doing this also across countries and also across our planet. Now, we're not doing it alone. It's happening, and it's almost synchronistically the way that people are coming together in different groups, groups of people that are just finding ways to be really important. And I'm loving the leadership that's being taken by people in my group, my boomer group, my 60 plus group. And we're wisely using head and heart and powerful, big reach, learning rich 21st century resources in really good ways. This is really, really exciting and really, really hopeful. So what we're doing, again, we're doing this and it's now succeeding across generations of people, across genders, across communities, across market sectors, across countries, across space, and across all doubt, across our entire planet. And one of the persons that really influenced me has been Jim Garrison, who's host of an excellent YouTube program series called Humanity Rising. He's the host, and it's involving critical conversations with really talented guests over Zoom with viewer chat even after the event is over. And he already has almost 700 Zoom conversations that are live streamed to YouTube 5 days a week. And it's a cornucopia of topics and possibilities for rising humanity contributed by diverse, talented on-air guests. And it's now evolving into a network of multiple content contributors. Really hopeful here. And out of that, I discovered Joanna, Macy, and Chris Johnstone in their book, Act of Hope, how to face the mess we're in with unexpected resilience and creative power. I even started a faith-based book study group and to kind of talk about this and then go through some of the exercises. Joanna Macy was born in 1929. She's, I think, 93 now, with 6 decades of activism and 12 books, and she's a Buddhist scholar. And Chris Johnstone was born in 1961 and leads powerful empowerment workshops in the UK and now across the whole planet Earth. And their revised edition builds strength and courage and possibilities with this. It has starter sentences. They have exercises that allow you to flow out possibilities kind of spontaneously from within, powerfully and very creatively, that that end up with, making people feel more resilient and unleash a lot of creative power here. So I encourage you to see their introduction to the book on YouTube. There's the link there, and it's really got a good introduction to the book and what it's about. And so it's one of the things that kind of led me on to do what I'm doing right now. And another book that was really influenced me was a book and the work of amazing Connie Zweig and the Inner Work of Age. She did a 5-day Inner Work of Age week on Ubiquity's Humanity Rising program series, which there's the link there. And she helps folks navigate aging by doing shadow work, sometimes having to do with people's discovery of their self-limiting inner ageist beliefs that have, been kind of forced upon us as seniors. And, we're moving from a role of being a senior to a soul, person, shifting from being a senior to becoming a wise elder, continuing to do meaningful, helpful, empowering work. And one of the people that I've met recently is Harry Moody, PhD. I'll talk about that. She does wisdom circles for groups doing their inner work of aging, and I helped her with that. And out of that, she introduced me to amazing Rick Moody. He's the author. He's a gerontologist. He wrote a book years ago called The 5 Stages of the Soul, charting the spiritual passages that shape our lives. He's a former VP of Academic Relations at ARP, and he wrote the foreword to Connie's book. He wrote The 5 Stages of Soul and that charted the spiritual passages that shape our lives. He now edits the Elder Climate Network newsletter, Climate Change in an Aging Society. And great conversations are evolving among us. And his newsletter is really worth taking a look at. Here's a great cartoon with Earth being blindfolded, trying to move forward to Mother Nature, who is saying to the Earth, you're getting warmer. It's a kind of a double entendre. It's really, really clever. Like, you're getting warmer temperature-wise, but you're getting warmer to maybe discovering how to ameliorate some of this climate crisis. So it's really, really neat. And this is all part of an amazing group called the Elders Action Network. And Elders Climate Action is a subset, a project of the Elders Action Network. And Rick is writing the newsletter for that. And that is really, really hopeful. Another thing that led to this, as I was doing my book on my study group, my faith-based group of Active Hope, one of my participants introduced me to this book by Bill McKibben called The Flag, A Growing American Looks Back the Cross, which has to do with what happened to Christianity, and then The Station Wagon, which has to do with this 1950s and 60s and 70s and 80s consumer culture that's trashing the planet. Out of that, he became the founder of 350.org, which was an early environmental organization. And later on, he recognized the need to leave 350.org and mobilize 60 plus people in the Third Act.org organization. And Akaya Windwood worked with him to build Third Act into an amazing, powerful organization that it is. And it recently succeeded with their National Day of Action protesting banks continuing to fund fossil fuel projects. It's really great, really powerful. If you see their video, they're cutting up credit cards, and they got everybody mobilized across 102 events across the whole United States. Really powerful. And they're building community through working groups. They are active, joyful, effective communities of third actors organized by affinity and by geography across the United States, carrying out plans to advance the Red Act's work and broader purpose. And what's really neat, there's young Greta Thunberg in the middle there, marching with people, supporting youth-led change. We believe in building an intergenerational movement on how we affect change in Washington and Wall Street. It's important that we work together to understand how the themes of repair and elderhood can work to build our collective power. So this is so encouraging to see, this kind of initiative here and the kind of leadership taken by people, elders, moving forward, in collaboration with other groups. And as part of our calling to build our entire suite of e-learning services, we're taking climate action, or doing as a climate action campaign. We've been doing by gaining focus by reaching out to these people and using our virtual focus groups and strategic planning services to do this. And we're critically doing our own YouTube programming and channel development while encouraging and supporting others to critically do their own. And we've been collaboratively reaching out and developing our workshops and courses and ideas and content based on the speed of need. And we're using our whole suite of services for our mobilization campaign. And our goal is to arrive at world-class virtual conferences, trade shows, and job fairs using the same tools and resources with the audiences that we help build. And people can have jobs. There's all kinds of jobs that are opening up for all generations of people. There's so many things that we can do that align with taking climate action, that deal with products and services that we need to learn more and just prepare for and move a step into. And we're offering a whole suite of instructional design services to companies, nonprofits, and government to help get people in order and to get aligned with taking effective action. We've even been live streaming physical world events for people that are not technically enabled. They can go to a physical world location and be a part of a global event that's live streamed there. And it's all about building global strategic partnerships. So again, that's the end in mind that's now succeeding across generations of people, across genders of people, across communities, across market sectors, across countries, across all faiths, and across all doubt. You might not be church-oriented or going to church, but you might believe in the power of nature or the power of science, the power of your own abilities, or you have faith in something that's so important for fueling energy and positive action across our entire planet. And so this is really, really good. I want to thank you for sticking with me here and listening to where we're going with this and seeing the exciting results of people from across the planet starting to take action. This is so different. We're not negative here. We're not just looking at the UN and the frustration of the government not taking this. We're taking things and moving forward and putting pressure on public policy and doing all that. And if you need to know more and start working with me more about what we're doing and how we're doing it, just call me at 206-920-8067 or text me at that number, 206-920-8067. Or email me at support@newworldcom.com or visit us at www.newworldcom.com and visit our suite of services, as well as contact us through our Contact Us page and request an appointment. We'd be glad to have a Zoom call with you and members of your organization to learn more about what you're doing. Have you even on our show? We're planning a YouTube program series that live streams to YouTube Live. So it's another way of getting more people, of reaching more people, engaging them, educating them. raising consciousness and raising humanity. So I really look forward to working with you. And so here we go.